What's up, K-Divas, and welcome back to another video where we're going to be altering our trouser fit yet again. This was a request from Delightsome Diamond asking how to get rid of excess around the waist area. The last video we did where we showed how to improve alterations did really well. It got over 400,000 views in 8 days, so I'm back again showing you how to get rid of excess around the front, which can create this baggy fit. And I'm going to be sharing how to change that up in this video. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's get it up to 500 likes, and if you're ready, let's jump straight into this tutorial. Prior to this recording, I had created a basic trouser pattern and used that to make this sample I have on here, and we're going to be adapting and changing the fit. Here, the first thing I'm doing is I'm pinching away the excess around this belly area. You want to pinch away enough that you are comfortable with the fit, but not too much that you make that crouch line or that seam right to the center front too tight. So once you have that pinned away on both sides, you want to pin it up onto the side seam so we have that ready to be changed on the pattern. Once you are happy with that, I actually pinned this a few times until I was content with the fit around the front. Check that you can sit, you can walk, and it's a comfortable fit. And I'm going to be laying this down and taking some measurements. Now there are two measurements that are very important here. The first measurement is how much you've pinned away along the center front. The second measurement you need to take note of is the vertical distance from your waistline and to the point where you pinned away the excess. I pinned away about 1 inch total from my center front, and then where that line or that pin away point is, we need to transfer that to your pattern. Now on the front trouser pattern, on my front short pattern, I'm marking that dimension and it is 6 inches below the waistline, and I'm just squaring that across or drawing a horizontal line that goes to my side seam. Now I'm going to go to the very center front edge and mark away the excess on both sides of that line. So I'm marking away 1/2 inch on both sides because that's how much I pinned away. I pinned away a total of 1 inch and I've divided that in 2. So I draw in a dart-like shape that looks like this, that goes from the center front edge and goes to a point on the side seam. Now I'm cutting away that excess, and you would notice that I tried not to take away any measurement along the side seam because that is going to affect how the front connects to the back. So I have cut just up until the point where the stitch line is and not to the very edge. Now once that is done, I'm going to be joining the parts together using a sellotape. You can also use fabric glue just so you have one full piece that you can then cut onto fabric and stitch to test your pattern. Now that I've made the changes on the front pattern, because that is where I'm going to be making the only change for this particular project, I'm going to grab my back pattern. I'm going to cut these pieces onto fabric. I'm just using some scrap fabric I had in the studio, and it's this lovely green mint satin. So I'm just going to cut out a pair of my front and my back. If you don't want to cut out the 2 legs and you're just testing this out, you can just cut 1 leg just to check. But because I'm filming this video and I want to show you guys the difference that it makes with the changes, I'm filming and I'm making both legs. So once I have that all cut out, I have pinned out of the camera the darts along the waist, and I'm going to be assembling the trouser in a different order in this video compared to the last one. Now the first thing I always like to do is to stitch away my darts. I just like to get rid of darts whenever they're in any garment, whether it's trouser or skirts or dresses. So I'm going to be starting off with sewing the waist darts on the front and on the back pieces, and then I'm going to be joining up the center front edge, and then I will join up the center back edge. So I'm going to take this to my machine and I'm going to be sewing on a 1 centimeter seam allowance because that's how much seam allowance that my pattern has. Once I had stitched up this center front seam for the front pieces, I went ahead to stitch the back. The back I left a little bit of an opening along the waistline so I can go back in and test it and show you what the fit is like without having to add a zip or a button. Now once I have both pieces joined like so, I'm actually going to be joining the side seams first and then the inseam. I want to see if that is going to affect the fit and the overall feel of the piece. Now I'm sewing up the inseam, which is like the inner leg seam, and that I'm sewing on a 1 centimeter seam allowance. When I reach that middle point where the front and the back meet, I'm going to leave my needle in and then turn the piece and continue sewing along the other leg. And when I get to the end, remember to do a back stitch to secure my seam. I also went in to stitch my side seams, gave my piece a press, and this is what it looks like. Now the first thing I'll say straight off is it just feels a lot more smooth. There's still a little bit of ease in there because you want to be able to sit and stand, but it's not as baggy as it was when I started off. Now I would also say that because you've reduced the crouch length, that part of the front waistline would dip down a little bit, so be aware of that because that's one change that you would notice on your pattern. But once you add a waistband, it should sit nicely on your body. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts down below. What pattern should we do next? I'm actually really enjoying this series. These like quick short tutorials where I show you how to adapt and improve different patterns on the body. So comment down below which pattern we should do next, and until my next video, have a good morning, afternoon and evening wherever you are. Bye.